Hello, this is Daniel Williams, and these are my major user stories for my individual progress presentation. As a login page, I want to redirect users to their home page so that they can begin using the site as soon as they log in. This is done using the JDBC realms. There are 3 groups that a user can be a part of. The first one is user, then within the user group, you can also be an admin or a student. If a user, an admin, or student tries to log in, their login is validated. If their login is valid, then they're redirected to a login redirect page, which checks the user type. And if the user type is an admin, then they're redirected to the admin homepage, and if the user type is student, then they're redirected to the student homepage. As a student, I want to be redirected to an unauthorized access page if I attempt to access an admin page so that I'm unable to access content I should not have access to. Also, as an admin, I want to be redirected to an unauthorized access page if I attempt to access a student page so that I'm unable to access content that I shouldn't have access to. So this is also done using JDBC realms. My realm has 3 groups, user, student, and admin. Then there are 3 roles within that, which are the same, user, student, and admin. However, the user is only part of the user role. The student is part of the student role and the user role, and the admin has the roles admin and user. So this means that students and admins can access any of the user pages, which are the banned, unbanned, and the login redirect page. And the student can access all the student pages, and the admin can access all the admin pages. And any user, student, or admin can access the initial pages, the login, the register page, and the 403 is the unauthorized access page. So if a student tries to access an admin page or an admin tries to access a student page, then they're taken to the 403 page. As a login page, I want to redirect users to an error page if their information is incorrect so that they can try re-entering their information. So a user, admin, or student will attempt to log in. If their login is validated, then they're taken to the check user type page and then off to their home pages. If a login is not validated, then they're taken to the login error page, and then the same conditions apply where their login is validated, and if it is valid, then they're taken to the check user type page, and if their login is invalid, then they're redirected back to the login error page. And the login validation is controlled through JDBC realms, where the information that the user enters on the login page is checked against the database, and if it's incorrect, then they're automatically redirected to the login error. As an admin, when I click the ban button on a student's profile page, I want to see a new ban page so that I can set the duration and description of the ban for the student. And as a student, I want to be unable to get past the login page when I'm banned so that I cannot access any part of my profile or the website until my ban is over. This is also done with the JDBC realms. If a student is banned, then their role is no longer student, it's set to user, so that the only pages that they have access to are the banned, unbanned, and login redirect page. The only way for a student's role to get changed back to student is whenever the ban expires, then their role is reset to student and they're able to access all the student pages. As an admin, I want to be able to set a date and time for an announcement so that I can control when the announcements are shown to students. I use the PrimeFaces schedule for this. Clicking on a date on the schedule opens a dialog which has a description, a start date, and an end date. This correlates directly with the schedule event, which is created when the action listener for a date on the schedule is fired. When the event is created, it's put into the database with the same arguments, the title, start date, and end date. When modifications are made to an announcement, the database is searched for an announcement that has the same start time, end time, and title, and the modifications are applied to that announcement. And for the student, a dialog is shown using the PrimeFaces dialog, which is a custom dialog which contains an array list for all the announcements that are currently happening at that time, and that's done just by checking the current date on the student's computer and comparing that to the start date and end dates from the announcements database. As an admin, when I select a message thread, I should be able to see every message in the thread with the newest on top so that I can quickly respond to messages from users. Each message has a parent message ID, which is the ID of the first message in the thread. That way the message threads can be kept together. So whenever an admin clicks on a message thread, the database is searched for every message that has the same parent message ID, and those are all loaded into the thread. And to sort them, each message has a date-time object, and that's the date that's created. So we can sort them by the date. And we also check who the recipient and sender of each message is to make sure that the admin is included in either the sender or recipient of the message. Okay, and that should do it. Thanks.